Hey Keisha, so I am going to be showing you how to edit your widget section, but before I do that, I notice you do have Updraft Plus on here. So before I do anything, I always recommend that you do a backup of your site just in case anything goes wrong. So we're going to go to Settings and we're going to go to Updraft Plus Backups. And we're going to click on Backup Now and click Backup Now. And I think, yep, there we go. So, yeah, it's a good thing to back up everything just in case. I know with most hosting companies, they do provide backups nowadays with certain plans, so you probably already have backups, but just in case, it is good to do one right before you do any changes to your site, just in case something goes wrong, as I mentioned. So I'm just going to wait for that to finish up. And while I'm waiting for that, I did want to mention that I noticed that this page wasn't working, and I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but yeah, it isn't showing. So I'm wondering if you made it a private page, and if you did, you can always remove it from your menu if you don't want people to be able to see it. So not sure if you know how to do that, but I can show you how to do that as soon as this is complete, because I don't want to make any changes until this finishes the backup. So I'll probably just pause the video, and when it's done, I'll come back. Okay, so it is completed. The download is complete. So now you should have two backups back here in case you need to restore one. There is one for February 16th. So moving along, we're gonna go to Appearance and then go to Widgets. And when that opens up, I do see that you have changed the Instagram widget for this sidebar, but this is not actually the sidebar that shows up on your site. The two sidebars that show up are this one right here, which is right beneath it, and this one right here. So what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to copy and paste what you wrote there, because I'm assuming that's what you want written in that space, and I'm just going to paste it here instead. So let's mingle on Instagram. Let's save that. And we're also going to change it here where it says code Instagram widget, and paste that there and save it. All right, now we can go and see if it's changed. So we're going to click on your blog. And if we scroll down, there you go. It says Let's Mingle on Instagram. And so that's one of the widgets. Now to check to see if the other widget is functioning properly now, we can click on one of the blog posts. And scroll down, and voila. So it has been changed on both of the widget sections. And that is it for that. I will briefly show you how to remove something from the menu, since this page you have set to private, but it does still show up in your menu. So we're going to go over to Menus, again in the Appearance section. And if you don't want this done, you can always reverse it, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. So here's the menu that you have active at the moment. It says main menu up here, and striking statements diagnostic is the page that you have made private. So if we want to remove this page, you just click on remove. So you click on that little button there and click remove, and it is as easy as that, and that will hide this menu option from your menu, and that's it. And then you would just have to click save. So I'm not going to do it because I don't know if you want to remove it, so I'm just going to leave it for now, but at least you know how to do that. And if you do want to add a page, you simply click on whichever page you want to add and click add to menu, and it will add it to the menu. So that is how you remove and add a page from your menu. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and go to the raving statements page and briefly show you a couple of things here so that you can start to format this to your liking. So we're going to click on edit page and so if you want to add spaces between here, you know what? Let me open up the page so we can see what we're doing. So if you want to add spaces, what you need to do is you need to add a separator. So let's say you wanted to add, I don't know, a space right here underneath this little paragraph because there's a bigger space up here than there is up here, and you want it to be equal. So what we're going to do is we're going to I'm actually just going to borrow from this one because this is a separator right here. So I'm going to duplicate the separator, and I'm just going to drag it down and add it here. And I'm going to duplicate that separator again, drag it down, and add it underneath. And I'm going to preview it to see if I like it. And as you can see, there is a bigger space here. So let's say I want to I don't know, let's say I want to change the font. So I'm going to click in the text block, and right now we have it set to paragraph. So let's say I want to change it to being bigger than paragraph. Let's see if heading 4 will work. So I'm going to click heading 4, save it, and preview the changes. I actually don't know what the settings for heading 4 are, so we're about to see. So there you go, there's heading 4, so it is a bit bigger. If you want it to be even bigger than that, we can change it to, let's say heading 3. And that should make it even bigger. Now we're going to preview the changes. And there you go. It is a lot bigger now. And let's say you want to change the color, which I think you probably already know how to do, but just in case, I'm going to change the color to, let's change it to white. So as you can see, the option to change the color is not here. So we actually have to click on this, which is the toggle, toolbar toggle. So when you click on that, more options show up. So now we can change the colors. So I'm going to change this to white and save it and preview my changes. And it's going to take a little bit to load. Sorry, my computer is really slow when I'm recording the screen. So yeah, this recording software really slows down my computer. I'm sure it doesn't help that I have a billion tabs open, but there we go. There we go. So as you can see, the text is now white and it is larger. So I'll probably pause the video because I'm going to try and close some tabs because my computer is really slow. And then I will show you how to do a couple more things. All right. So let's say you wanted to add this image up here. So right now I have it as full screen. So this is how you can divide the sections. So you can have it as, I guess, full width. You can have it where it is divided into 2, or divided into 3, divided into 4, and so on. So let's say I want to put his image beside this. I can change it to this. So it would be 2/3 plus 1/3. And then I'm going to just drag this image up here. And let's preview it to see if I like it. And voila, so his image is now up here. And let's say we also want to put, maybe we want to center this quote, make it a little bit bigger and make this a little bit smaller. Let's see how that looks. So we're going to highlight this. You can't see the text because it's white, but it is there. So, oops. Highlight all of that text and make it back to heading 4, and then save that. And let's say I want this to be in the middle and a bit bigger because it's a quote. I'm gonna make it the full length, and I'm going to click on here, this little pencil. And I want the text in here to be centered, so I'm going to scroll down, and text align, I'm going to change to center instead of left. If it will click, there we go. And press save. And then I also want to make this text bigger. So I am going to highlight it. Right now it's at heading 5. And because it's a quote, I feel like it should be a bit bigger. So I'm going to change it to heading 3. And save the changes. And let's see how that looks. All right, so it's coming slowly but surely. Okay, so yeah, I don't really like this actually, but I mean, you get the drift basically. This is how you can change up the look of your text on your site. I'm not sure if this is exactly what you were asking, but you know, this is how you change the text and I guess kind of do a bit of formatting. So yeah, you just have to play around with the headings. And let's say you do want to add an image and you do want it to be a circle like this, but the image that you have is not a circle. I'll show you how you can add one. So it's best if it's a square. So let's see, let's add one right here. All right. I'm not, what is this? What is this? That is not what I meant to click on. So we want to add an image, so we're going to click on single image. And we're going to select an image. We'll go to your media library to see what you've already got in there. And I'm just going to pick anything pretty much. So let's say I want to use, well, you want to pick one that's not already a circle, so I can show you how to make it a circle. So these ones I've made circles in Photoshop, but like for instance this one's an original photo, so I'm going to take that one and set that as the image. And I'm not going to make it a thumbnail because I don't want it to be a thumbnail. I'll just put in full because I don't think it's a very big image. But even so, the space will only allow it to be so big. The space that's the little box that it's in will only allow it to be so big. So I like to put full. And image style, we're going to change this to circle. You could do circle with border, you could do circle outline, or we're just going to do circle for now. Click yes and preview it. And we're going to go to the preview. Scroll down. And voila! So her picture is there and it is a circle. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I pretty much covered the basics to how to format the page. That's pretty much all there is to it. You just kind of have to play with it and figure out how you want it to look. But I'm not going to save any of these changes because I have no idea how you want it to look. So yeah, that's about it. If you do have any more questions, feel free to let me know.